Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Timmy, and today I have another special banger for you, right? NBA 2K just dropped their patch notes for Season 6, but before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. As liking the video, push the video to the recommended, and of course, subscribe and put your note again for my daily uploads. Without further ado, let's hop straight into this video. Okay, so obviously I don't want to sit here and get long-winded with it, but let's just talk about, the general updates that they just have. They said this update is scheduled to release around March 1st at 2 a.m. Pacific time on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. The Steam release will be shortly before the start of Season 6 on April 4th. Okay, so now, general. It says preparations for NBA 2K25 Season 6 launching on Friday, April 4th at 8 a.m. Stay tuned for what we have in store. So basically, that's what they always done, They kind of before a week before or 4 or 5 days before, they already put in most of the Season 6 update. So sometimes you will be able to get you'll see new builds in the Pro Tunes or NBA players being added. So sometimes they actually do that on accident. So I need to check and see about that. But then of course the Fallen players have lightness updates. So we have these two guys with we have Austin and Mills with some lightness updates. Okay, so nothing really big there. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Then we have the City Pro-Am Rec Theater Improving Grounds. It says various improvements to perform stability and visuals have been made to enhance the overall experience in the city. It's a resolve the hang that could occur when entering the appearance menu when in the city. That used to be annoying. You be in the city, then you open up your phone and it freezes. I'm thinking that's what it is, but I don't know. Hopefully they fit that. That's the fix, but I've had that happen basically every single day. When you open up your phone, you get a freeze. It says Swaggy Shimmy animation package from Season 5 has been made available for Season 6 and will now activate as expected. I don't even know because I don't even use that stuff, so I'm not really big on that. But what I will say, some things that are kind of disappointing is that it doesn't seem like there's any updates for Proving Grounds with people dashboarding, still finding a way to cheat within the ranking systems. If Proving Grounds was implemented flawlessly, and I'm not talking about flawlessly, you can't expect everything to be perfect, but where people couldn't just dashboard and cheat and that type of deal, I feel like 25 would be extremely better, because we would have a legit, fair ranking system that we could continue to use for the foreseeable future, just like how these other major games that 2K competing with, as far as Apex ranking system, COD ranking, that type of deal. I think that would be something that would have been game breaking, but unfortunately there's just been so many issues with Proving Grounds. So with that being said, it is what it is. I'm guessing that can't be fixed or have to wait until 26. Okay, then they say My Career Quests and Progressions. It says when completing test games in the My Player Builder, you will now be properly returned to the finalized build screen. I guess I never really paid attention to it. I don't even know what it's doing now, but so now when you do that, you test the build out, you will now be able to go back to the finalized build screen. It's a resolve the hang that could occur in edit playbook menu at the start of the NBA season. I don't play, My Career, so I wouldn't know that. MyTeam, it says various performance improvements that have been put in the exchange menu. Additional minor updates and fixes have been made to put the UI and other features in MyTeam to continue to improve the overall experience. The only thing I don't like about patch notes is when you generalize something. I don't think we would complain if it was in depth. I don't think people would be like, man, it's 12 pages. But I think that when you generalize stuff, it makes it very difficult for us to pinpoint what actual changes have been made. So then we get on the game and we have to kind of, mess around for a while to try to figure out what changed, what didn't change. So that's been something I've been saying for a while now. Now, I can't remember why they generalized it. I remember there was some reason why I was told they generalized these patch notes, but regardless, I think, okay, let me speak for myself, because I don't want to speak for the community, but I'm speaking for myself. I would love to get the in-depth patch notes so I know exactly what's going on. That's just kind of how I look at it, but Again, that is up to y'all. And then it says MyNBA and the W, which I don't play none of these either. It says various stability fixes and improvements have been made for my NBA, my NBA line, and the W. Address a possible hang that could occur in the offseason in my NBA line, and then fix a rare issue that could prevent games from being played or simulated when a team's G League roster isn't valid. So I'm not really sure about that, but because that is all completely new to me. But those are all the patch notes that they just gave us. I mean, that's it. So like I said, there was no proving ground stuff. There was nothing in there about the L2 and which I don't know if they can fix the L2 cheese that people are doing, because obviously posting up is part of the game. I don't know if there's a way for 26 where, you know, if you're outside of the paint, you can't post up. I think that would be a really good fix. So maybe that could happen, but then people will complain like, oh, well, I don't know, man. Like I said, there's no right answer to that, but I feel like L2 has really taken over the, I guess you can say, the overall experience of Park, because I even see people on the threes court doing it with 299 speed, 99 agility, 99 three-point shooting guards that are L2ing back and forth across the three-point line. It is basically, just like I said, it's just taking over. Even seeing in the theater now, right? Hell, I even loaded up random theater, and the center was like, "Hey, y'all want me to L2 at the top?" I'm like, dog, it's everywhere. Everybody's doing it. So my solution, my quick fix is just, hey, let's just go ahead and put L2 in where, you know, you can't do it but a certain amount of feet from the basket, and call it a day. And, you know, if individuals have issues, or maybe when you're further away from the basket, three-point line, or maybe, you know, 10 feet and out from the basket, maybe the L2 is not as, you know, I don't know, prominent. You know, maybe it's you know, the animation's a little different, but we got to be able to prevent these L2 and stuff like that, whatever. And there was no anything in the patch notes mentioning about that at all. So I'm guessing that is just going to be something that's going to be in the game for the rest of 25, which is just gradually taken out. And then, of course, you know, same thing when it comes to the cheaters with the shot meters. That wasn't talked about, with, you know, people using those third-party devices still being able to shoot threes and do all different type of crazy stuff with instant greens and instant layups. So unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the reason why those haven't been put into the patch notes is because they're probably not something that is what you considered a patch. It would have to be a complete rebuild, and obviously they're not going to do that with 26 coming up right around the corner and that type of deal. So anyway, those are the patch notes for season 6, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about it. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon on the Banger, man. And you know, when I say back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.